How's it going, everyone? Sneakily, this week is one of the more stacked weeks of game releases all year long. I don't think that's a stretch in saying that because you've got really something across the board for everyone. There's big titles, there's smaller games, there's interesting new IPs. I just think there's a lot of compelling games this week and totally wasn't expecting it. Like, a lot of the times when we head into a week in February, I'm like, okay, this week is going to be crazy for new game releases. And I have to say, this week may be one of my favorite weeks in a long time for new game releases. So let's just cut the spiel, let's get right into it. We gotta kick things off with Star Wars Jedi Survivor. This is by far the biggest game release of the week. This is obviously the follow-up to Jedi Fallen Order. If you have yet to play Jedi Fallen Order, go play through that. As I am recording this video, I am literally talking to a friend just a second ago that is doing their playthrough of Jedi Fallen Order right now on the hardest difficulty, and they're going through it. They're loving that game, and it's just watching him play that game is making me even more excited for Jedi Survivor because this game looks to be a significant step up from a game that I already thought was really good. Sure, it had some shortcomings here and there, but I thought the good strongly outweighed the bad. And Jedi Survivor looks to be a remarkable game. Now, the only shortcoming to this, and I wouldn't even really call it that big of a shortcoming, is the storage requirement. You're looking at around 150 gigabytes to install the game, so that is going to be a lengthy process as far as downloading the game. But preloads do open up April 26th, so you can jump on that ahead of the game's April 28th release. Super excited for this one. If you're remotely a fan of action titles, look, I played Jedi Fallen Order. You guys know me. I'm not a big Star Wars fan. Love that game. I'm sure I'm going to love Jedi Survivor, although a little bit bigger of a Star Wars fan nowadays than I was back in 2019 when Fallen Order came out. But by no means am I a big fan. But these games, oh yeah, I'm a big fan, and hopefully Respawn drops another high-quality title here. A true next-gen exclusive with this one as well, again, out April 28th. Next up, another notable release coming from Square Enix, new JRPG, at least on PlayStation, that being Live Alive. I guess saying new for Live Alive would be a little bit of a stretch given that this was a remake of a title that came out way back when, never saw a release stateside until it came out on Nintendo Switch last year, but now it's coming to PlayStation 4. The legend is alive. Live Alive, originally only released for the Super Famicom in Japan, is being revived on PlayStation 4. Experience a legendary RPG brought alive in the same HD 2D visual style as Octopath Traveler. Obviously, this visual style isn't something that is up the alley of everybody, but you know, if you like it, you'll like it at this point. You know what it's about. Octopath Traveler 2 saw a release on PlayStation 4. Unfortunately, never saw a release of Octopath Traveler 1. Nevertheless, we've got Live Alive here, and it'll have you meet 7 heroes, each with their own unique abilities and lives to live across different time periods. Experience their stories in any order you choose, uncovering shocking developments along the way. You've got prehistory, the Wild West, Imperial China, Twilight of Edo, Japan, present day, the near future, and a distant future as well. If you're remotely into JRPGs, should have this one on your radar. It is going to be released at $49.99. However, there is a, I guess, launch discount. It's 20% off if you're a Plus subscriber for $39.99. I think that's actually a really good price, and I would say if you're into JRPGs, something worthwhile to check out here. Live Alive is out April 27th. Next up, we've got ArcRunner. Team up with friends or traverse the Arc solo in a beautiful cyberpunk-styled action roguelite. You attempt to reset an evil rogue AI, experiment with different weapons and your augments as you fight hordes of machines programmed for your annihilation. Collect nanities and power up after every run. Super stylish presentation here. Fast-paced action gameplay to be expected. ArcRunner is out on April 27th. Next up, here's a game that has really come on my radar recently, and it looks fantastic. Strayed Lights. I've talked about this a couple times in the past, but man, this game looks really great from a visual standpoint. Seems to have some compelling gameplay. It notes explore a dark world of rampant nature and corrupted cities. Embody a tiny being of light on its path towards awakening. Fight your inner demons and restore its balance. It's an atmospheric action adventure with fluid combat and an intricate world imbued with mystery. You are a tiny glowing light seeking transcendence, explore a land of otherworldly ruins and glowing trees where entities of flickering lights and luminescent shadows reside. Challenge rogue shadow creatures in fast-paced, rewarding combat. Use a fluid mix of parries and dodges to absorb their energy levels until you can unleash an ultra energy attack. Shift your life from blue to orange in sync with enemies using time parries, then push energy back at them in vivid finishers. Strayed Lights is due out for a release on April 25th. Next up, another JRPG. We have Fairy Fencer F Refrain Chord. Now, this is definitely not a JRPG that is going to be up the alley of everyone. how Fang and the gang harness the power of song in a comedic tactical RPG experience. So I definitely don't expect something too serious here. You've got an all-new story with multiple routes. It's, you know, more of a tactical RPG battle system. Might not be for everyone, but another JRPG to have on your radar. Fairy Fencer F Refrain Chord drops on April 25th. Next up, a classic shoot 'em up seeing another release. We have RType Final 3 Evolved coming to PlayStation 5 on April 25th. The legendary shoot 'em up hit is back with an unparalleled RType experience renowned for its colorful visuals and frenetic shooter action. RType Final 3 Evolved steps up in its explosive debut on PlayStation 5 with 3D graphics and modernized gameplay features. New and veteran players alike can shape their experience with the performance-based difficulty system and customizable ships. Experience classic RType trademarks such as the Force mechanic, along with a nostalgic and addictive gameplay loop. Navigate an entire universe of new and classic stages, face enemies that evolve based on your performance, and blast the competition away with worldwide leaderboards. Evolved enhancements, universal challenge, customized loadouts, worlds of new content as well. RType Final 3 Evolved drops on PlayStation 5 on April 25th. Next up, we have Bramble the Mountain King. Bramble the Mountain King is a grim adventure set in a world inspired by dark Nordic fables. Explore the beautiful, yet dangerous and twisted land of Bramble in your endeavor to rescue your sister, traverse a wondrous landscape, and survive deadly encounters with Bramble's many hideous creatures. Bramble the Mountain King is due out on April 27th. Next up, we have Afterimage, a gorgeous Metroidvania title. This is one if you're remotely into Metroidvanias, if you're remotely into games with a great art style, one to keep on your radar. Reveal the hidden secrets of Fantasyland in Afterimage, explore the magnificent landscapes and ruins of an ancient metropolis, meeting mysterious colossal beings and adorable roaming spirits along the way. The thrilling adventure of this marvelous 2D hand-drawn world awaits you. Super stylish presentation in this one. Looks like it's got to focus on its platforming gameplay as well. You'll have a variety of different abilities to use, enemies to fight, and a hand-drawn world to explore that's been crafted by passionate artists. Afterimage drops on April 25th. Next up, we have Manabo, A Walk Through Life. Manabo, A Walk Through Life is a social simulation game where you walk the path of life while your turnip grows and thrives or not in its social relationships. A pretty interesting game, definitely something a little off the wall here. No two lives are the same, and when they end, every one of them will generate a summary that you can share with your friends. 25 quests with dozens of goals, free life mode, explore interpersonal relationships and build your social circle, surround yourself with other turnips and radish pets, appealing visuals for all audience, and share your life summary with your friends. Minabo, A Walk Through Life drops on April 28th. And lastly, another JRPG here. We have Trinity Trigger, caught in the middle of a divine clash of epic proportions that has left gigantic weapons towering over the landscape. Allies set out on a quest to save the world and defy the gods. Claim your fate in this fantastical adventure inspired by classic JRPGs. Trinity Trigger is due out on April 25th. And that is going to do it for me. Again, a batch of great titles dropping this week. Honestly, as far as depth goes, from big titles, smaller games, you know, re-releases, everything like that, there's a lot to go over in this week. Obviously, most of you guys are probably picking up Jedi Survivor. I see a lot of buzz around Live Alive, but across the board, a lot of stuff to at least add to the wish list, if nothing else. That's going to do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.